Hello YouTube, it's been a while. I wanted to stop in and update you all on my midwifery journey, and I won't be long in this video because there's not a whole lot going on. So many of you who have been with me on this journey from the beginning, you know that I quit my job to pursue midwifery full-time as a student. So I anticipated that it would take me a year to complete the program. After having all of my didactics done, that I would be able to complete my clinicals and my residency and hopefully be done with my DNP project within a year. Fast forward, over 2 years now, and I feel like I am back to square one. I've been losing actually the motivation to complete this program. I've been considering, what is the alternative of me not getting this degree? What would it mean for me to not get my doctorates in nurse midwifery? And a lot of this was sparked by two things. So one, again, being that I quit my job, I had no financial income coming in. I had no stable work income, and I was living off of student loans and the resources that I was getting with the VA. So the VA was paying for my education, but I was also living off of student loans because I have a mortgage, I have a daughter, life. I have a whole life outside of school. And basically, I got to the point where I felt like I was not making the progress. It was taking me a lot longer to get to my end goal than I had anticipated, which leads me to the second issue, or the second reason I was losing motivation. And that is my DNP project and my clinicals. So we know COVID has caused a strain on many healthcare environments, whether you're working in school, med students, across the board in different jobs, not even just healthcare. COVID has put a strain on the way, we are learning, because a lot of us had to transition to Zoom classes rather than in-person classes. It really just threw a wrench in everything, and it slowed up the process. It slowed up me in being able to get done within a year and have my clinicals and residency finished. So there was different times where I felt like I was being blackballed, if that makes sense. It might not without me really going into detail, and I choose to leave some of the details out. But there were, for example, with my DNP project, each course or each semester is a little over 3 months, and each week I'm submitting in my research proposal. I'm doing certain projects, and I'm getting the green light at each step of the way. And then when it comes down to the last 2 weeks of the semester, I'm told, oh, you know what, that project isn't a good idea. If you can't complete it or redo it, submit everything from scratch in 2 weeks, you won't be able to complete this semester. In fact, because this will be your second time taking this course, again, no fault of my own, you may not be able to finish the program altogether. That really crushed me, because I'm like, not only am I really putting my best foot forward, I'm completing these assignments and I'm turning them in again each week or every 2 weeks whenever the assignment is due. Why all of a sudden my project is not a good one and I need to start from scratch? And when I was threatened to be kicked out of the program for taking the course for a second time, I'm just like, wait a minute, that also was not my fault. I had a project, I had proposal, everything done for that project. I was told that I could implement it, and at the last minute, that site switched management. They switched a lot of things, and they told me they would no longer be able to allow me to implement my DNP project. Again, not my fault. So on top of that, I'm having issues with clinical placement. I'm being asked to travel hundreds of miles away from my house multiple times a week. Basically, I need to have 2 mortgages to be able to live in a different city and also pay for the mortgage I have here in Houston. It got to be too much, to the point where I'm like, I need to take a step back. I need to reevaluate, what is it that I want? Where am I trying to go? And how dedicated am I to finishing this program? So currently, it is September. We are in the fall semester, and I'm still debating on my return. With that being said, I figured my love, again, for women's health is what motivated me to enroll in this program. I love the aspect of catching babies or helping women to deliver their babies. And that is the added bonus of being a midwife. So while I was taking some time away, I applied for a job here in Houston, and I took a job as a labor and delivery nurse on the day shift in a level 4 facility. So I'm getting great experience. It's amazing actually to be able to go in and perform some of the things that I've learned in school and during my didactic, and being able to apply them as a nurse without the liability, right? Being able to step back and use my clinical judgment, and being able to look at the differential diagnosis and think, baby's heart rate is the variability is not very good here. Mom is tacky, baby's tacky. I'm trying all of the resuscitation things, and I'm like, if I can stimulate that baby and do a little fetal scout, let's see if I can get the heart rate to go up. Then I'll know the baby's heart rate is reassuring and the baby is not acidotic. So it is so much fun to be able to, and gratifying, to be able to provide care to my patients as a nurse with the added midwifery education. So I think working in this position, having an income, having flexibility in my schedule, I am remotivated to go and finish my program. I'm just not sure how much longer it'll be before I'm a doctorate of nurse midwifery. At this point, I'm in a very happy place as far as the care that I'm providing for women. However, I do know that I'm not a quitter. So I don't like the idea of quitting the program when I've come this far. So what I do plan to do, since taking this break, now having some time to be remotivated and reminded of why I chose midwifery, I have the time to kind of network a little more, talk to some of the providers, look for midwives in this area that may be willing to help me or precept me, even mentor me at this point. Now that I'm working in a level 4 labor and delivery environment, having that hands-on experience, I do feel preceptors would be a little more lenient or open to working with me. And reason being is I last worked on an Indian reservation many years ago in labor and delivery. However, most of our women came in hot. So most of them came in just to deliver. I didn't do a lot of laboring on my patients. I didn't have a lot of the high-risk patients that I have now with postpartum hemorrhages and preeclampsia, needing magnesium. So I'm getting all the skills and necessary education or training that's only going to help me be a stronger midwife in the event I do decide to finish. But as of today, again, I'm just regrouping, finding my motivation to go back and finish. So hopefully in my next midwifery update, it'll be me saying, hey, I'm back in school and I have this amount of semesters left and I'm almost done with my clinicals and I've delivered 40 out of 50 births that I'm required to complete in this program, and hopefully it's good news. But currently, as it stands, I am taking a break. Hopefully things will get back on track and I'll get my stuff together and finish this program. So thank you for watching and look out for that update. Bye, y'all.